When they found the phone, they realized he was already gone. Caleb Rains wasn't reckless. Not really. He was a photographer from Portland, Oregon, quiet and meticulous. The kind of man who could step into a winter storm and return with images that made people feel the snow, the wind, the cold without ever leaving their living room. Friends admired him for his calmness, his skill, his ability to anticipate danger before it arrived. But confidence can be dangerous, especially when it's mixed with curiosity. On January 8, 2025, Mount Hood's winter storm tested that confidence in ways no one could have imagined. At 3:06 p.m., Caleb's phone buzzed. A weather alert. Winter storm warning, heavy snow, visibility 0 after sunset. He stared at it, long and hard, letting the screen glow reflect in his eyes. He'd seen warnings before, survived storms, photographed blizzards. But this was different. The words carried weight. He texted his sister, Emily. "Storm rolling in? I'll be careful. I know my limits." Her reply came instantly. "Please don't push it." He read it, smiled faintly, and locked the phone. Snow dusted the trees around him. Wind whipped against his jacket. His breath fogged the air. He slung the camera bag over his shoulder and reminded himself he would be back before dark. By 6:42 p.m., a traffic camera on Forest Service Road 26 caught him. Headlights on. Wheels straight. No swerving. The world outside the lens began to vanish in a ghostly curtain of snow. Caleb parked at the trailhead, leaving most of his supplies in the car. Only essentials. Camera, tripod, flashlight. No extra food, no GPS beacon, no emergency kit. It was a calculated risk, a photographer's gamble, one that would haunt anyone who followed the path later. The wind picked up. Snow no longer fell it, sliced horizontally, blinding, almost alive. The silence was immense, not peaceful. Something in the air warned this was not a normal storm. Halfway up the trail, Caleb saw it. A glow, yellow, steady, warm. Too steady to be moonlight. He assumed a cabin, or a ranger vehicle, perhaps another hiker. But he was alone. Curiosity, that dangerous whisper, nudged him off the trail. Step by step, he left the marked path, moving toward the light. And then the storm swallowed him, completely. Emily texted at 8:11 p.m., no reply. By 9:30 p.m., she called, straight to voicemail. Caleb didn't panic, not yet. But the trail he knew, the path marked and familiar, had disappeared beneath snow. Visibility dropped to nearly 0. Each step became a gamble. By 11:47 p.m., Emily knew something was wrong. The texts, the calls, the usual check-ins, all silent. She called the local ranger station, leaving messages with shaking hands. By 1:30 p.m. the next day, a search volunteer found Caleb's phone, face down, lying neatly on a patch of snow, not dropped, placed. His backpack and gear sat untouched nearby. It was deliberate. Too deliberate. The volunteers exchanged uneasy glances. Something about it was wrong. Phones aren't left like this in a storm by accident. Voice recorder. Timestamp. 2:14 a.m. wind screened. Caleb's breathing sounded slow, but forced, controlled. "I shouldn't have left the trail. I thought I saw lights, but there's no one." Then a crunch. Another set of footsteps, matching his pace. "If anyone finds this, tell Emily I didn't panic." The second set of footsteps continued after Caleb's own stopped. The recording cut abruptly. Everyone who listened to it felt it. The unease. The certainty that Caleb was not alone. And yet, something inhuman about the calmness of those other footsteps. Search teams combed the area for days. Helicopters, dogs, drones. They found the car first. Engine off. Doors locked. Snow barely disturbed. Footprints? One pair. Then another. Continuing where Caleb's ended. The rangers whispered among themselves. Caleb didn't panic. He didn't sprint. He walked deliberately, alongside something unknown. Weeks later, snowfall revealed his camera, wedged between two rocks, lens cracked, memory card intact. The last image accidental captured. Snow trees, a tall human-shaped figure. Facing the camera, no visible face, just darkness. Caleb's body? Never recovered. Authorities closed the case citing severe weather, hypothermia, disorientation. But rangers and search teams whispered another story. People lost in the cold panic. They run, they collapse. Caleb didn't. He walked. And whoever or whatever walked beside him is still out there in the winter forests. Sometimes the trail remembers what we forget. By the third day, local authorities had turned the search into a full investigation. Rangers, state police, and volunteers retraced Caleb's steps. They combed the Forest Service roads, measured snow depth, and mapped footprints. Emily accompanied the team, shivering in layers of winter clothes. She stared at the trailhead, whispering her brother's name like it might answer her. The first unsettling detail emerged quickly. Caleb's path had been too perfect. Every step taken in rhythm, no signs of stumbling, not one misplaced foot. Then the second set of tracks appeared, a shadow beside him. Matching stride, matching pace, but no one was ever seen. No footprints led to it. Just beside Caleb's, and continuing when he vanished. Ranger Davis brought in a hunter who frequented Mount Hood. He had seen strange things in storms before. Whiteouts do weird things to your senses, the hunter said, voice low. But sometimes you feel someone's with you. You hear footsteps in the snow. And when you stop, they don't. The rangers exchanged uneasy looks. Are you saying it could be him walking beside something? Emily asked. The hunter shrugged. I don't know. But people say storms here aren't just cold. They can confuse reality. Forensics examined Caleb's phone carefully. Aside from the 2:14 a.m. recording, there was a series of incomplete text drafts. Fragments of words, half-typed sentences, corrections, deleted emojis. I shouldn't think something is... I don't see... It was as if Caleb was trying to communicate something in real time, but the storm or something else interrupted. Rangers hypothesized hypothermia or panic, but Caleb's handwriting in his journals suggested he was methodical. He wouldn't make those kinds of mistakes. A cross-country skier reported seeing a figure near the trailhead around 2:30 a.m. on the night of Caleb's disappearance. Tall, the skier said, not moving like a person, just standing, watching. The description matched the figure in Caleb's last photo. The skier thought it was a ranger at first. Then the figure vanished when the wind hit. No one could confirm what it was. Cameras failed. The storm destroyed visibility. Search teams reported strange experiences. Boots sinking into snow that shouldn't have been deep. Feeling highs on the back of their necks. Hearing footsteps following them even when alone. One volunteer froze in terror. I swear, I was alone, but I could hear someone walking beside me. Same pace, same rhythm. Ranger Davis nodded grimly. I've been here 30 years. Storms can make you hear things, or they can show you things. Emily became obsessed with Caleb's gear and photos. She spent hours studying every image he took. The forest seemed calm in them, serene. But then she noticed patterns. Faint shapes behind trees. Shadows where none should exist. Light glinting off something that wasn't snow. Each photo seemed normal at first glance. But when enlarged, subtle hints of someone or something following Caleb appeared. She couldn't shake it. He didn't just disappear, she whispered to herself. He was led, or followed. Weeks after the storm, when snow melted enough, rangers found Caleb's camera wedged in rocks near a cliff edge. Memory card intact, lens cracked. The last image taken accidentally was chilling. A tall, human-shaped figure facing the camera, standing unnaturally still. No face, just a dark void where his features should be. Rangers compared it to witness statements. Every account matched. Something had been walking with Caleb, something that remained invisible to the casual eye. Officially, Caleb had succumbed to hypothermia, disorientation, extreme weather conditions. Unofficially, searchers told stories in whispers. Some suggested hypothermia-induced hallucinations. Others believed the forest claims you. In whiteouts, a phrase used by old-timers. Some thought Caleb followed a human predator or another person who vanished afterward. Emily refused to accept it. He didn't panic, she said repeatedly. He walked calmly. He would never just vanish. Months later, rangers and volunteers reported seeing things in storms. Shapes that stood in snow, motionless, watching. Footsteps that matched your own pace. Phones buzzing inexplicably with no messages. One night, Ranger Davis said, "I saw a phone on the snow, screen glowing. No one around. And then I felt the footsteps beside me. I walked forward. They didn't stop." The phrase stuck in everyone's mind. Sometimes the trail remembers what we forget. Emily couldn't let go. She returned to the trailhead months later, armed with Caleb's remaining journals and photos. The forest felt alive. Every sound, the crunch of snow, the whistling wind echoed like whispers. She followed footprints that weren't there, shapes that appeared only in the corner of her vision, and the constant sense of being observed. She recorded everything on her phone, every step, every sound, every shadow. And she discovered something she hadn't noticed before. Every photograph Caleb took seemed to lead somewhere, like breadcrumbs through the forest. Emily retraced Caleb's last steps carefully. At the spot where the camera was found, she froze. The cliff edge dropped into fog. Her phone buzzed. A notification from Caleb's old number. Location updated. No message. No sender. She dropped the phone in shock. Her hands shook. Then she noticed footprints in the snow. One set hers, another following, perfectly aligned, matching pace. They didn't stop. Emily backed away, heart racing. The wind howled. Snow flurries whipped her face. She ran, but the sense of being followed intensified. Every time she stopped, the second set of footprints continued. By the time she reached the trailhead, she found Caleb's phone. Face down, screen cracked. She dared not pick it up. Not yet. The forest was too quiet. And somewhere in the snow, the footsteps waited. Caleb Rains was never found. His phone remains, battery dead, memories corrupted. Searchers swear that during whiteout storms, hikers sometimes hear footsteps in perfect sync with their own. When they stop, the other set keeps walking. The forest keeps its secrets. And sometimes, it keeps the people who wander too far.